Hello, this is Dr. Maria, and I want to talk to you about the leadership impact model. So today we'll explore where leaders have impact. So there are three leadership impact areas: self, others, and organizations. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first one, self, self leadership. You are leading your life. And so there is a certain aspect of your own self leadership. So when you think about this, you want to think about the things that you're mastering, your own personal mastery of situations, your specific way of showing your authentic self and your authenticity. And the other aspect of self leadership is continuous growth. This is where you'd think about where maybe you'd want to uh, take personal development classes, work on public speaking skills. So there's lots of things that leaders can uh, self lead through their own professional development strategies. So this is self leadership. The next one is leadership of others. And here are the considerations for that. When you're leading others, you want to think about empowerment. How can you help them have autonomy and feel that they have agency over what they're doing? Another aspect of leading others is mentorship. One question to ask is, do you have mentors yourself? And then also, who else are you mentoring? And then the last piece is always, I've I've always understood that leaders are always creating more leaders. So, and then passing that along. So these are the important topics of impact for leadership of others. Now let's talk about organizational leadership, one that most people are most familiar with. So with organizational leadership, you'll want to think about the strategic vision, how you can manage the organizational culture or have cultural transformation. You know, maybe you're going to implement something new on how people communicate within the organization and how they communicate differently if you have in-office workers or remote workers. So that might be something to think about. And then also systemic thinking. So I think about a little bit about when someone's approaching change, uh, making a change and how it could impact other aspects of the system of the organization. So that's a consideration for organizational leadership. So there are three areas of impact: self leadership, leadership of others, and organizational leadership. So let's look at some reflection questions. We've had a couple classes of leadership now, and what does leadership mean to you? When you think about how you are conducting yourself as a leader, how do your current actions reflect leadership? Then ask yourself, what leadership qualities do you admire most? Think about some leaders that you admire and why do you admire them? And then finally, where do you need to grow as a leader? Because being a leader is a learning process. Then finally, what you want to think about is creating a leadership development plan for yourself. And here's how you do it. You'll want to identify three immediate areas of leadership growth. Then you want to create SMART goals that are specific and measurable, development goals. You'll want to create accountability mechanisms, and then put together personal learning journey. I think about this is, where do you want to head with your leadership? Are there certain professional associations you want to connect with, or other learning organizations you want to connect with? So you're creating your own learning journey. So based on where you think your leadership is heading, or where you'd like to uh, test out leadership in different areas. So being a leader requires a lot of learning and adaptability, and it's important to know that you are doing self-leadership, you are leading others, and you are leading in organizations, even if you're not in a titled position. You are still a leader, as every person is a leader. So this was a short course on leadership impact and the areas where leaders do have impact.